Hello, welcome back to our fourth module on how to make your skills pay you heavily in 2025. In these modules, from module 4 to 6, will be a bit more practical. So just stay with us and we have so much value from these lessons. Firstly, we'll be looking at diversifying your income. And in an unpredictable market, if you just rely on only one source of income, it's very risky, I must say. So you need to diversify your income so that you can be able to create financial stability and also expand your impact without getting to overburden yourself. So that's basically what we'll be looking at in this module. I'll also show you some practical ways and some tools that you could use just to ensure that you're getting paid or you're also diversifying your income while you do what you love and do what you're passionate about. Very first, let's look at exploring passive income opportunities. Firstly, I would like to address what passive income is. And you could say passive income is any income that you earn with minimal ongoing effort after the initial work is done. Any income earned with minimal ongoing effort after the initial work is done. An example could be royalties for those of us that are creatives. If you put out your music online and you get paid after a particular number of streams or particular number of views, that's actually called a royalty. Then we could also earn passive income from digital products. This trading is online on YouTube for free just after the webinar, but you could have a digital product like a full course on your website, on Udemy, or on any other platform that allows. An example is Seller, right? Or you could also have your digital products on payment platforms like storefronts like Flutterwave or Paystack, right? So digital products are a very good way. Another way to earn passive income is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is how you get to market the products of other businesses who are called the merchants. You get to market their products and you get a commission for each sale that is made through your affiliate link. So you could just be doing what you're doing online, but whenever you do something, you just put your affiliate link and say, okay, if you want to learn this, this is exactly what a lot of influencers do when they advertise a product and they say to use this product, use my promo code, that's affiliate marketing. So that's an example. Then we could also get passive income from automated services in a whole couple of ways. That's tokens if you're trading or any other thing, just buy stuff. And there are a whole lot of ways to make passive income and that. So high passive income ideas that we may need to explore. I've talked about them in passing. Number one, content monetization. For those of us who are putting out content on social media or on our websites, you need to build it to quality that you can monetize it, build it, be intentional about your content. Be intentional about your content, grow your content so that you can monetize it. YouTube pays heavily. YouTube pays heavily. TikTok pays. Facebook pays. A couple of other platforms too that pay. So monetize your content so that you can also be earning from that. YouTube now, I think you need about 4,000 watch hours. You need 1,000 subscribers and a couple of other views. I think about 9 million thereabout from um, YouTube Reels, YouTube Shorts rather. So, but however, just meet up the criteria. Look at the criteria first, then strive to meet that up, and you can monetize every platform. So you can be paid because monthly, as people are watching your content for free, you're getting paid. Digital products, we've already talked about it. You could do books, you could do uh, ebooks, you could do courses, whatever, just templates, white papers, however, Even your blogs, you could monetize your blogs, your emails. So digital products. I have some digital products out. I have a book on seller. It's also on my website. Look closer. Life lessons from the honest places. Right. I'm also working on a couple of other digital products for this year. I have about three already in the pipeline. I finished one. I just need to edit it, then put it out. So there are a couple of other things you can do. Digital product, online courses and workshops. You could do this, yes, online trainings. Put out a training for a weekend or just one day. You could put a charge on it, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. I attended one yesterday, and after the class, the instructor sold us up on a course for about 100,000. That's just how it is. Just there are many ways to make passive incomes. Then also subscription models. I will show us how to use all these. I will show us practically how to use this for the ones you already have, the skills you already have. I'll show us how to make these work using Paystack. So on Paystack, it's not really content monetization, but you can actually activate subscription models. Subscription models work with getting people to pay you for something repeatedly. It could be stuff like monthly resources, coaching calls, exclusive materials, or a whole lot of other things like retainers. If you do social media, you could make your clients pay you every month on a subscription basis, right? I do web design and my clients pay me every year, social media too, every month, just like that. So you could do that. We've talked about online courses as you could use platforms like Udemy and the rest, Teachable, and a whole lot of other ones, right? So still on digital products, I said ebooks, templates, design assets, right? Just find a common problem and create a product that solves that problem. That's how you get to use digital products. So then automation tools, you could use scheduling platforms for content distribution. Okay, yes, scheduling platforms like Meta Business Suite, Later, Buffer, these would help you automate your content so you don't have to come up or come online every single time you want to post. You could just create your content and batch upload them, schedule them. Now, the sweet thing about automation is every platform has seen the need for this and they have created, almost all have created automation tools. Facebook now has Facebook Business Suites where you can automate your content, Facebook content creator studio rather. Same thing with Instagram, Facebook. You could do that. You could automate your content. Then I would show us how to do that. Second, e-commerce platforms for digital sales. You could use places like Seller, Gumroad, Amazon, whichever one you're comfortable with, right? I have my book on Amazon. I have a book on Seller. I have a book also on my website. Then, right. So work on these to automate your payments so that you would earn passively. You don't have to be actively doing everything every time. So if you set up the systems, they would pay you even when you're offline. Number three, payment systems for recurring income. Let me start with that. I will show us a practical now. You have Paystack, Flutterwave, Stripe, and PayPal. PayPal and Stripe is not available to Nigerian users, but if you don't have PayPal and Stripe, you could use Flutterwave and Paystack. I will show us how to use Flutterwave Paystack now. Let me show us how to use Paystack. Don't mind me, I use both of them actively, but I will just show us how to use Paystack now. I haven't used this my Paystack account in a long time, but let me show you how it's done. If you don't have an account, You just get to create a free account. Once you create a free account, you can activate it free of charge. You don't need to pay anything. Enter your country. If you're in Nigeria, Nigeria, let me use this. I'm not setting this account up. I just want you to see what I'm doing. I'm not saving this account because I already have an existing account with Paystack. And that will be okay. So I'm just doing this. Then so you just enter your whatever you want. Now, this is where it's a bit tricky. This is a bit tricky. I want to show you something. If you don't have business registration, I would advise you to use starter business because if you use business or registered business, you will be required to provide all your business documents before you can proceed or before you can start collecting payments. But if you don't have your business payments or business documents rather, just do starter business. With starter business, you can collect payments up to 2 million and thereabout without stress. So I just wanted to point that out. That's why I said let me do a registration. So if you click start a business, are you a developer? I am. If you're not a developer, say no, I'm not. So you create an account and you will receive a mail which you just have to activate. Then you would have an account with Paystack. Once you do that, once you do that, you will be directed to the dashboard. You'll be directed to your dashboard. Forgive me, let me just log in with my authenticator. For security, you may need to activate an authenticator so that your payment will be more secure and it will be hard for anybody to hack your account. So please note that your account is dormant because you have, okay, I told you I've not used this account in a very long time. Yes, so, but once I start collecting payment, I will see all that. So if you get into your Paystack dashboard, for you to start collecting payment, I will just go there and show you at once. You get to settings. For you to start collecting payment, just go to settings and oh, okay. Let me reduce the screen. Yes, okay. Let's I'm adjusting my screen size so you can see what I see. Sorry if it's a bit blurry, I apologize. If it's a bit blurry, I apologize for that. That's one of the perks of sharing your screen on OBS, which is the broadcasting studio for the streaming. So quickly, just if you can see my screen, I'll show you. We're trying to activate our account so that we can receive payment. I just want to show you everything you need to do. So this is, you just get here, fill in your details, your contact information, your compliance information. This is important for you. You need to fill the compliance information. That's where everything. Then you enter your account details, preferences, choose the required currencies you want, choose the required currencies you want, and how to proceed on that. Then, if you have a team of people you want to be managing the account, you could just do that, right? Then, yes, so other things, if you want to link it up with your website or anything, you could use the API keys and webhooks. So once you get this settled, you would see before now, if you're just coming in, the live button here, this green button, would not be checked. You would see it as test. So you'll be on the test mode. Even the API keys that you may find, you would find the test keys only. But once you complete the requirements, you can now check the live button. And with the live button, you can actively collect payments. If your account is not activated, it will be on test. If it's on test, every fund that is transferred will not get to your account. So ensure that you are live first before integrating payments on any other platform. So let me show you how to collect payments. I'll show you how to collect direct payments and how to also collect um, both direct payments and also how to set up subscription. How to set up subscription so that you can be collecting payments consistently. Yes. So if you get that sorted, it would really, really help you. There's something I would have loved to show us, but my WhatsApp cannot, my WhatsApp on my laptop does not show business WhatsApp, does not show my product list. If not, I will have shown us something now. I'll have shown you how to integrate payment directly. So, having learned how to activate your account, you could check your transactions if you've been making whatever transactions you've been making or you've collected through your Paystack, whether link or anything, you see it from here. Then you could also check out your customers. That's people who have done business with you. You'd see that here. Then if anybody requested for a refund and you made that refund, you get to find that here. You also see your payout here. People who requested payout, like whenever you request payout, payout is after collecting, after a payment is processed, when you make the withdrawal directly to your account. Yes, that's called a payout. So, I think Paystack payouts are less than 24 hours, but they're about. So, if you also had a dispute, this is where you can find all disputes. Then there's what we call transaction split. Transaction split is for splitting a transaction automatically. Let's say somebody wants to buy a product on your site and you give them a payment link. You can put a transaction split on that particular product such that whenever the payment is being made, a percentage goes to another account. Whenever payment is being made, a percentage goes to another account. That's transaction split. So you can set that up from here. You just put split name. Let's say, let me just call this, make it work. Then you can choose the currency, Nigeria, Naira, percentage split, right? If you do percentage splits, you could also do flats. Flat split is you could enter the particular amount that you want it to collect, whereas percentage is the percentage of the money that is coming in. Now, for you to use percentage split, you would need to have a sub account. You remember when we entered account? There you could also enter your sub account. Or here, you can see by the left, you could see sub account. So if you enter your sub account, you can now split your percentages. So new sub account. I need to create a sub account. Then you choose the percentage that you want. So you could just play around these and you get that sorted. Okay, I have to save that first, but I'm not creating this. I just wanted to show you. So you deduct from where? From account. Yeah. Don't mind, this account has not been created yet. So if I continue, new split group. Okay, no, not that. Let me create a sub account. I could just create a sub account with let me choose one, access. So you could just do this. Now you see here, my original account, my GTB has 100%. Now I've created this one for if I want to do the transaction split, it is required that I enter the amount that I need. So let's say I want a 30% split. You see this automatically, it changes the GTB to 70%. So it automatically changes the GTB to 70%. That's how transaction split works. That's how it works. Having chosen what I want, if I change it to 40, I change it to 40%, just watch. As I toggle, it also changes. This is particularly for whatever you want. So just do this and you will be good to go. Yeah, that's how you create a transaction split so that you can automate your processes. Just click on the green button and now this has been automated. So there's no transaction yet, but any transaction that is made, it would receive. Deduct from all accounts. No, I don't want that. I just want from, yeah, split configured updated. So configuration updated. That's how you get that one sorted. So we've understood how split works. I've shown you how to add sub accounts already. So showing you how to add sub accounts. I'm not doing this. I just wanted to show you. Okay, the virtual terminals is actually a new update, but you need to upgrade your business before you can't use the virtual terminals if you're using the if you're not a registered business. So if you upgrade your business, you can do that. Then subscribers are people who have, if you create a plan, like when we talked about uh, payment systems, like recurrent payment systems, when we talked about the recurrent payment systems for collecting stuff like this, when we talk about the recurrent payment systems, that's what we can do with the subscribers. For you to do this, you would need to create plans. If you look at it, right? So we don't have a plan. We will need to create a plan. Then also, for you to also activate the subscriptions, you will need to create a plan. So let's create a plan first. Let's create a plan. Let's say coaching, name of plan. Let's put it, I'll just call it coaching plan. Add a description if you want to collect monthly payment for coaching. Yeah, so let's do this at 2000 naira. Then you choose your interval, 2000 naira. You could see hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, biannually. So let's do 2000 naira per month. Then set limits. If you want to set a limit is how long this should be before they stop collecting payments. So if you're on a 6 month contract, you could just do this and make it for 6 months. So if you add six, it will just automatically stop 6 months. If this were a year or annually, it will be 6 years. If it's hourly, it will be 6 hours. So you just understand that. Create a subscription page for this plan. This is optional, but if you want a subscription page, you could also do that. Then once I create this, invoice limit must be a number. Where is that? I'm not seeing. Okay, I made a mistake. That's created that. So if I copy this page, I can copy this link. Let me open it on a new browser and see what it looks like. Yes, so you could see directly how to collect a payment. It is with this, your clients could just make payment directly. So yeah, subscribe to this plan. So you see this, you get to enter your card details and you make payment. Once you do this, it will be recurring every month at the specific dates where you registered. So then we can also edit the subscription page. Okay. Now for you can add more details. Right? You can add more details. Look at this subscribe to plan. That's what you see here. If you go back, where is that? Subscribe to plan. So that's it. So you could add more details. You could add images or an image rather. Get an image. You could also do, if you want to collect phone numbers, you could do that. Then there are more advanced options if you need to, if you want to customize this. So you could just change this, make this coach Engee. So payments link. This one is good for, you could add redirect after payment. You could add a link to anything. I could add my WhatsApp link so that after making payment, you could talk to me on WhatsApp, right? Then success message, you could say, thank you for subscribing to my coaching plan, right? So see you on the other side. Yes, so you could do stuff like this, then send notifications to enter the email that you want. Split group, if you want this, you remember the split group we created? It was automated for 15%, I think thereabouts. If you want this particular coaching plan to be solved, like you could automate this thing with just, like if you have a good plan, like a savings plan or an investment plan, you could automate this with those accounts, right? So you see this, if I choose this, it has automated that. So that's how it is, right? Then, okay, SEO, you could just enter an image or anything. Let me see if I have any image I would like to share. Okay, come on, let me just pick one. So don't mind me. Yeah, so you could do this, it's optional. You could remove it if you don't want. Yeah, I'm not saving this. I just wanted to show you what that can do. So we're done with that. Let's move to, let's see what else we can do. So with this, you can actually collect payments repeatedly without having the need to follow up the client. It's automated. At every particular time, they receive a notification to make that payment, or it's automatically collected from their account depending on how it's set with their bank. So you could do that. If whatever you don't like, you could just delete, edit, whatever you want. If you duplicate, so that you can use this template to create another one. So this is for subscriptions. So with this now, so if customers subscribe, then you can find them here. You see the subscriptions, you see the subscribers here. Yeah. So we already see in our plans. So this is our plan. Yeah. We are now, I think we understand how that works. So let's move on. Payment pages now. Payment pages are works in two ways. You could create a link, a payment link, or you could create a plan like to collect repeated payments. We've already seen that how to collect repeated payment, right? So, but let's say you're doing a course online, or you want to sell a particular product, and you just create. You can create. Look at it. You create a one-time payment. You could create a subscription payment, or you could create a product payment. Product payment is, let's say you sell a digital product or even a physical product, or you have an online store, you could use the product payment method. One time payment is just for ease. Clients can come at every single time and just collect. It's just one time, they'll just collect one payment. Whereas this one, the product payment has to be integrated with a particular product. So whenever that product is bought, that amount is being charged. So just the same way we created one, so not the same way we created one, you could still do that. I want fixed payment. So you could check that. Fixed payment is you choose the particular amount you want. Collect phone numbers, you could do that. We already seen how to do the other ones. Everything here, we already know how they function. So I won't touch that again. If I create this, automatically I've created the page. So if I click this, visit, you get to see the page that I just created. This is the payment page, and you can collect payment directly from here. That's how it works. Very simple to create and collect payments directly. So you can see that we've created a payment. Whenever you want somebody to, or if you're, let's say I'm creating something online, or I want to share the link and I want people to get registered, all I have to do is just copy the payment link, which is this. So if I copy this link, I can share it with anybody. You can share it on WhatsApp, you can share it wherever you want, and you will be good to go. If you want to check the link, you just preview. If you preview, you can do that. If you want to edit this, you just click on this place here, the name. Just click on the name, and you can be able to edit it. So that's how that works. For product pages, let's try page name. just doing, let's say, let me do this, look closer. Then, since I have a product like this, let me just do that correctly. Yeah. So if I want to add more images, I could just drag them and drop here. So this is how the product image works. You know the drill about this, so you could still do the same thing if you want. Now we've created a product um, link, but we need to create that product. So we can check now. I've already created a product before now, and you see that it has a price on it. So just click on this. I've linked the product I have to that. But if you don't have a product, all you need to do is just create new product. But I already have a product, so I just linked the product I created. Now you see this. It has been linked. This is the product itself. You could add discounts if you want. If you, let's say you're doing a promo or anything, you could add a discount. Yeah, so you could just new discount code, fixed amount percentage. It's not letting me edit this. Okay, so let's say the discount code is heavily and percentage is 20%. So 2000, 20% of 2000, that's about 400 naira. So people are going to pay only 1600. You see that it already does that. So set minimum order. This is if you're doing a product that you want people to buy more than one before they can receive or get that bonus. So you can use that. Set minimum order. So let's say they must spend up to, an example is 5,000, or else they won't get that. Then maximum per customer. This is so that a customer does not overuse that coupon, the discount code. Let's say maximum order could be three. Maximum number of maximum use per customer, yes. So maximum number of claims, still like that, just two. Set validity period. Validity period is when you want it to start and when you want it to end. So let's say this promo lasts for just 7 days. So if I do this, you could buy this book. But I'm not activating this so that you don't go and buy the book for 1,600. So you have to pay to buy it. It's 2,000. Just kidding. But you get how this works. So let me see. You see this? This is how it works. This is the code. You see every detail that we enter, 20% off orders worth 5,000 naira or more. So this is really, really amazing. This is the book cover. That's how it works. So let's say I'm paying for, if you watch 4,000, you see the 6,000 now. I'm seeing 4,800. But this is one file, so it's limited to, you can only download this once. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to explain how the whole system works so that the discount system, so that you can use this to collect payments and also improve your offers. Delivery, that's depends on you. If you're making the delivery, if you're not doing the delivery, if you're doing a digital product, you don't need delivery. All they have to do is just then after payment, after purchase, I've told you how to work on that. If you want to customize the product, you know how to do that. The inventory, if you have a product that has more than one inventory, more than one item in stock, you could do that. Others is if people have already bought this product, that's how it works. Then storefront. If you don't have a website, if you don't have a website and you would love to create somewhere people could just come and buy all your product or see all your products, just like your WhatsApp shop, but your WhatsApp shop. I don't know how many people would use that. Well, like effectively, you could create a storefront here. Your storefront is like a mini website for all your products. It's easy. Just new storefront, create a storefront, call the name. So I'll call it this. So if I do this automatically, instantly, I have a storefront. And what I can do is just to add the products. If I add the products, I automatically have a storefront. See that? It's simple. Now, if I want to check my storefront, you remember why we were doing that? The link. Watch this. This is how it will appear. If you want to write a welcome message, you could do that. Look at it. Here, you could add a welcome message. So this is an example. You see that. Welcome to my store. Everything we do just appears instantly. That's how it shows up. Then about your business, if you want to write an about message, you could do that also. Here, let's do that. Contact, enter your social media platforms or social media accounts. Then custom fields, whatever you want to do. Just play around it, but I just wanted to show you the possibility of this. So if you want discount codes, you remember what we talked about, discount codes, delivery, after purchase, and all that. Just play around everything we want here. Then if you want to check your storefront, you actually do a preview or you copy the link. If you copy the link, that's what you get to share. But if I preview this, look at how the storefront will show. I only have one product here. So it's an example of how it is. You could add multiple products and you don't need to spend money on the website. But if you want a fully functional website, you could do that. Yes, so you see your cart. It's amazing. It's amazing. Just play with it and you'd enjoy it. Haven't done the storefront. You could check your orders, show you how to do this. Then invoice. This is where we would stop. Okay, I think I'm just add one more lesson for you here. Invoice. If you want to create an invoice, it's simple. You want to collect payment from a client and you'd like to make this look official, you just create an invoice. So you could request a payment by doing this. So professional invoice, simple invoice, whatever you want to do. Just look at the description and say that. So now enter the email of the customer that you want to send the invoice to. You could, if you don't have, I think you may need to create the customer as a contact. But I already created myself as a contact. So this is the sample of the invoice. Due date. Choose a date, let's say 10th January. You see that it automatically added. Tax, let's say 7%. Discount, nope. Okay, let's say discount 10%. You see that. Then Split, if you want to split, you remember we're splitting invoice note. Now let me do this. Make payment before due date to avoid cancellation of service. Right? So you could do this. Now, I know you were wondering, I just entered those details. Then what about the major things we need? Okay, let me zoom this a bit so you could see it clearly. Yes. There. Right. So what your invoice, this is your main invoice. So invoice item, let's say domain renewal, you enter the cost. See that everything is automated. As you enter, it shows up, including the taxes and the discount that you entered earlier. And it's totaling everything. So if you want to add another item, let's say hosting renewal, so you see this. But if I'm charging a client for stuff like this, I can't give you a discount because if I give you a discount, I'll be paying for you. So stuff like that, anything you want, if you're right. So this is just an example. But once you're done with this, if I click on send now, I will receive this mail instantly. If I click on send now, I will receive this mail instantly. So that's how it works. Okay, I know you may say, let's confirm that. So let me see if I can sign in to my website. Let me sign into my website so I can show you or confirm the mail. Watch. See that? Let me zoom again. So you see this invoice from Engee Titus. So you see this. You can do this automatically and you get paid. Right. So if I click pay now, watch. It's taking me to my payment link. And this person can pay directly to my account. This is so easy and amazing. Directly, you don't have to do anything again. You don't have to. The person can just enter their card details and make payments to you directly. So it's amazing. We just have to automate every system so that we can maximize our time and also earn passively. Right. So that's how Paystack works. If you want to add more, if you have multiple businesses, you could see this here. You could add a business. I already have 3 businesses. I have mine. I have 2 for my business. So you could do that if you want something like that too. Then, so I think we're done with this. So let's get back to our training slides. The same process that we used for Paystack, we could also use it for Flutterwave and any other platform. So don't get confused. If you prefer Flutterwave, you could check Flutterwave out. You could check Flutterwave out and just do the same thing. Just do the same thing. Same process of registration, storefront, everything. It's the same process, but I just use that to explain to you. So moving on, as an exercise, just brainstorm three passive income opportunities that you could pursue based on the skill that you already have, and try this. Let's see what you can come up with. How to scale your business without burnout. This is a concern for most of us as creatives. How to scale without burning out. It's a really, really dicey matter because the more creative you want to become, the more stressed you may get. Well, there are some things you can just do. And the first is to understand scaling. Scaling is about increasing your impact and revenue without increasing your workload proportionally. So when we talk about scaling your business, we are talking about how you can make more money, but you are spending less time on the task yourself. So let's look at some strategies to scale. Number one, streamline your processes. To streamline your process, you would need to document your workflows. Once you document your workflows, it helps you save time because if you want to do that thing again, you already know the process. Like if I'm designing a website, I don't just start from anywhere and just go. I know I have a process flow. I know how to go. I know what to do first. I know which pages to design first. I go to the contact page because it's the easiest. I go to the about page. I go to the service page. I get to the home page because the home page is the most complex to do. Right. Then also my menus and all that. I have to finish my pages or at least create all my pages before I start creating the menus. So you just document your workflow and it will help you to streamline your process. You could use tools like Trello, ClickUp, Asana, whatever. I use Trello. I had, yes, I use Trello. Let me just get to Trello to show you. I use Trello. So let's see how Trello works. Okay, this may be out of our scope for today, but I will just show you quickly. I'm already signed in to Trello. All you do here is create a dashboard. Yeah, it's called a Trello board. If you come in, you sign up, go through your workspaces, then you create a board. The board is currently like, let me just show you an example. You already know to do, doing, and done. So if you want to do something, let's say record class, this is a card. Then schedule video on YouTube. Oh, you can see that. So this is how it works. This is Trello. You just add this, then the message, WhatsApp group. So how this works, you see these tasks here. If I'm done with this, or if I'm, this is my to-do list. I could just move it to doing. If I'm finished, if I'm done with that, I move it to done. If it's something like message group, this is easy. If I just send a message, I can move it from to do to done easily. So that's how Trello works. I showed us earlier, but maybe if you come into Trello, you see your homepage, you just set up whatever you need, set up your profile and everything. Then you come to your boards and you create a board. A board is where you get to arrange your to-do list and everything. So this is a board I have, and I showed us what is. Yeah, you could move your tasks left, right, add anything you want. There are some tools that may be limited or restricted until you are a premium user. Like look at it there, it said start 14-day free trial. So you could just play with this and you'd enjoy that. It will help you streamline your processes. Moving on, delegate and outsource. So still on your streamlining, once you documented and you use your tools to arrange your workflow, you could automate it. Automate repeated tasks. Any task you know that you'll be doing consistently or you do consistently, just automate it. Automate it so that it will make your work a whole lot easier. Secondly, delegate and outsource. Any task that is outside your core experience or your core expertise, whether social media management or admin, if it's out of your core expertise, do well to outsource. If it will take you a whole lot of time, do well to outsource. Hire virtual assistants if you can, or collaborate with other people. That's how you get to do that. Then start small by outsourcing a single task, then build from there, right? So what you need to do to scale is you need to improve the rate of returns. If you can attend to one client in 3 days, if you get 10 clients, that means you need 30 days. So if you want to scale, let's say you become two, you have somebody that can do what you do or some part that you can do. You notice that instead of 3 days, you can actually get the task done. Two of you can finish that task in one day. Instead of 3 days, it becomes one day. So in 10 days now, you attend to 10 clients instead of 30 days. That's scaling. So in 30 days, you are attending to 30 clients as opposed to 10. That's the power of delegation and teamwork. So do that. Third, package and license your expertise. Instead of trading time, money, create repeatable offerings. Instead of hosting online classes every week, every weekend, you must be live. You could finish a training like this and automate it. Let it become a paid course. That's simple. You can activate, you can do that. So license your offerings, your training materials. This training is free, but these slides can be bought from my website. It's as simple as that, so that you can go through it and over. Just if you want the training, it's free, accessible, fine. But if you want the slides, you may need to pay. That's an example of licensing your expertise. So you could do stuff like that. Your training too could still be paid however you want it. Just do it. Then number 4, focus on high value clients. I talked about this earlier in our other sessions, in our other modules. Focus on high value clients because they're the ones who will pay you well. People who don't low value clients will stress your life and they won't pay you well. They would suffer you, take you a lot of time, a lot of resources, and you're not being paid. You will not be satisfied working for them. So avoid low value clients and look for more high value clients. You could work with fewer clients who pay more and allow you to do deeper and more impactful work. Clients who pay you more will even help you to work with other people so that you can improve your impact and have time to do other people's jobs. So look for high value clients. Position yourself as a premium service provider. This is one thing you have to do. Don't try to commonize your service. Don't try to commonize your service and try to be like everybody else. If you need to improve your price or increase your price so that you can do the best, increase it. Be bold and confident about what you want to earn. So position yourself as a premium service provider through your branding and through testimonials. Then finally, I said avoid burnout while scaling. How to avoid burnout? One, set boundaries. Define your work hours and stick to them. It's the crazy thing about being an entrepreneur or a self-employed business owner is that you don't really have time. You work around the clock. But me particularly, I know how I work. If I'm working with clients, I work between the hours like throughout the day till 11 p.m. From 11 p.m., I do my personal work. I try to grow my business, right? So that's how it works. Currently, it's 2:32 a.m. Recording this video is 2:32 a.m. But this is me. I'm working for myself now, right? I have time that I also set to relax and everything. But I'm just setting that. Set boundaries so that you don't have clients calling you by 3 a.m. You don't have clients calling you by 4 a.m. Except that's the time that you arrange with them. Like I have some clients in Canada. Canada is 5 or 6 hours ahead of Nigeria or behind Nigeria rather. So sometimes I get to schedule a call with them. They'll let you know that, okay, I'll call you by 6 p.m. 6 p.m. is my 12 a.m. So I already know, I schedule that, but you don't disturb me throughout the whole day and then disturb me throughout the whole night. No, it doesn't work like that. Set boundaries with your clients. They will value you more when you set boundaries. If people can access you at every point in time, then they just feel like this person is not a premium person and they will trouble your life. So as much as you can, set boundaries. Communicate your boundaries with your clients. Let them know. Personally, my clients don't call me on Sundays. If I go to church, you don't call me in church. If you look at my WhatsApp status, my WhatsApp page, you would see my out of business days. Mondays, Wednesdays, Monday evenings, Wednesday evenings, and Sundays. Sundays till evening. So I set boundaries and I communicate that. If you go to my WhatsApp, you see that I'm not available. So if you send me a message, you get an autoresponder telling you that, sorry, I'm currently unavailable. Kindly leave a message and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. Right. It's like that. Set boundaries and communicate your boundaries. Number two way to avoid burnouts while scaling is to prioritize self-care. Self-care. Prioritize self-care. Scheduled breaks and activities that recharge you. What I do, I haven't worked, like I rest. I take time to rest. Sometimes I just take time off my computer because some days I'll be on the laptop for hours. Sometimes I can sit down on my laptop for 12 hours. That way I have Blu-ray glasses so I don't go blind. Right? But I take scheduled breaks. Sometimes I take a walk. I'll just go out and stroll. Other times I take one full day, no laptop, no screen time. I will sleep. I will do anything else, right? So I have time. There are some days, like in a week, you just notice that I'll just be, any small time I have, I'll sleep. Any small time I have, because I'm trying to avoid burnout. That's what I do most times. Whenever I'm sleeping, it's not because I don't have a job to do. I finish my job on time, then I get to sleep. Why? I need to recharge my brain because if my brain is not functioning correctly, then I would struggle to get anything done. So prioritize self-care and also do well to tasks, outsource tasks. For some of us that are some men, it's not like you don't know how to cook or you don't know how to do your laundry, but instead of you to spend so much time doing your laundry, you just pay a dry cleaner if you can afford it, right? Pay a dry cleaner or you pay a meal service provider, they cook you a bucket of food, or you eat out, although eating out is quite expensive, right? But any way that you would use to prioritize self-care, you can do that. Then reflect regularly, assess your workload every quarter, every week, every month, however your review process is. Then eliminate services or clients that drain your energy. Sincerely, I do this. I know some clients, or I've had some clients who are very stressful. Like there's one lady I worked with one time. I would call name withheld. I worked with her. She needed a graphics service and social media. Okay, she just needed social media management, and I billed her for a month. And I was trying to work for her, and she was not concerned about excellence. She loved when I posted something online. She would say, "No, this picture cannot fly." I said, "What's the problem?" She says, "People steal her pictures a lot." I said, "So what do you want?" I started putting watermark. She said, "No, the watermark is too small that they can steal it." I'm like, "What's the problem?" She would write, she would design or take a picture and draw watermark from one edge to the other, from one diagonal to the other. And it made her pictures very horrible that personally I would not want to do business with her if I see that because it was nasty to me. But I don't know. She has a lot of clients. But somebody like me, I can't. I can't deal. Right? So that's just that. I looked at her, I said no. After that month, I told her that I can't do this. I can't deal. So since you have your what you want is different from what I like to provide, I cannot be stressing myself just to please you. And the money is okay, but no, in the long run I'll be frustrated. I can't do that. So eliminate services or clients that drain your energy without fair compensation. Right. So just do that. If you do these three things, understand scaling, then check out the strategies to effectively scale, then avoid burnout while scaling, then this is you're good to go if you do this. So as an exercise, identify one service you can automate, identify a service you can delegate or transform into a scalable offering. Just sit back, identify these, and you will be on your way to scaling. Reflection question that you can look at is what's one passive income idea that aligns with your expertise? Just sit back, ask yourself one passive income idea. Could it be to automate your content so that you can monetize it, or could it be to sell a digital product, to sell a course, or to put a subscription model, right? So, what scaling strategy can you implement immediately? Like as I'm talking to you right now, what can you do? Implement that quickly. Moving on, retaining clients and creating recurring revenue, retaining clients and retaining recurring revenue. A one time project may bring immediate revenue, yes, but long term relationships offer stability and the potential for exponential growth. This is why people get, or people or people stick with jobs over entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, you don't know when you're, or not like, if you don't have clients, if your marketing is not effective, if your client base is not recurring, it's a problem. Whereas for a job, you know that at the end of the month you get paid. Whereas for a business owner, today your profits can be big, tomorrow it can be small. But how do we get recurring clients and recurring revenue? If you focus on client retention and structuring our effective retainer agreements, you can secure recurring income while fostering trust and loyalty. Let's look at these in more details. So, the power of long-term client relationships. Somebody who has benefited greatly from long-term relationships. I've had clients that I've been doing business with for 3 years, 4 years, as much as that, within 5 years now. I've had clients like that, and it has been amazing. So, first thing, when we talk about long-term relationships, why we need long-term relationships, the first is because of cost efficiency. Long-term relationships are cost efficient. It has been said that it takes 5 to 10 times more to acquire, it costs 5 to 10 times more to acquire a new client than to retain an existing one. You could tell somebody who loved a bag they bought from you to buy a shoe than just go online and look for somebody to buy a shoe from you, a pair of shoes, right? So that's how it is. It's less effective to retain a client than to get a new one. Another reason why client retention matters is increased revenue. Long-term clients spend more over time. If somebody is buying something from you, you can sell him a more quality stuff or you could sell him on a higher package because he already trusts you, right? So if you consider that you can make more from client relationships, then number three about client relationship, why it matters is predictability. Ongoing relationships create a steady revenue stream. An example is if you're managing somebody's social media account, you know that every month you'll be getting paid. All you have to do is just look for more social media accounts to manage, and you know that you are amplifying your income every single month. That's how this works. Fourth, trust and collaboration. Client retention matters because working with the same client allows for a better understanding of their needs and improved outcomes. The more you work with the person, the better you understand what they require, and you even get to become better at what you do because you become more efficient because you know what they require, you know how they want it, and you can tailor your approach to suit them. Then, strategies to build long term relationships with clients. Number one, deliver constant quality. Always meet or exceed your client expectations. If you do substandard stuff, people will avoid you, people will not want to come back. Pay attention to details and deliver on time. Don't be the person that you have a deadline for Monday and you've not even started on Monday. If you have a deadline on Monday, it should be done by Sunday at least. Or that's how it should be. If you say something, mean it, do it, get it done. Quality, quality, quality. Then, number two, communicate regularly. How to build long-term relationships, communicate regularly. If you keep clients posted, keep them updated on progress and everything, just seek their feedback. Once they are in constant communication with you, they feel like they are part of the project and they keep you in the loop. Yes. So number three, still about communicating regularly, you could use tools like email, whatever, WhatsApp, Slack, anything that you want. Just use to maintain transparency. Let them know that you are working. Let it not be like they gave you a job and you just went to sleep and you wake up another time to collect money. No. Just keep them updated. Let them know your timelines, however you're doing, so that you can proceed from there. Then another strategy to build long-term relationship is to provide value beyond deliverables. I talked about it when I was talking about quality. Provide value beyond deliverables. You could share insights or resources that can help them and help their businesses. One of the things I do for my clients most times is I help them with this a lot. I don't just a couple of times or most times you can come to me for one particular problem. I've not even solved your problem yet. I'm giving you solutions to other problems that you may have. And some business owners will say, this is not good, but there's something I do, there's something I understand. When I do stuff like that for you, I gain your trust. You get to understand that I know this thing in details, but there's a skill to it. I can give you a solution, but you cannot get the solution done without me. It's a trick. Lesson for another day. I won't teach you that one today. But you provide a solution. Let the clients know that they have a problem, and this is the path they can take. But if they want to take that path, they need you to guide them through it, or they need you to take the path for them. So that's how to keep your intellectual property. Yeah. So building loyalty through personalization. That's another way to help you. You can build loyalty through personalization by tailoring your approach to each client's specific needs and goals. Don't be generic in your approach. Don't treat client A like client B. Don't treat the Corinthians like the Galatians. That's right. Don't treat somebody that is selling bread like somebody that is selling biscuits, right? So treat your clients differently. Listen to them. Active listening. Remember, we talked about it. Actively listen to your clients and tailor your approach to their specific needs per time. Then celebrate milestones or achievements such as anniversaries of working together. Yes, there is one of my clients, and there's something I did one time. Okay, I did it on Instagram. I posted a client of mine, and she's been one of my longest standing clients. I posted her and celebrated her for having worked with. I remember when I started doing social media marketing, I used to work for her, and unknown to, I don't know if I was unknown to her, but I was actually learning social media marketing practically with her business. Any idea I have, I'll put it up. This one is working, this one is not working. I was using her business to learn actively. Celebrated her on Instagram, and she was so happy about it and everything. You would not believe that after then, she had to give me another job to do for her. It was funny. Then I remember another client too. That one was on WhatsApp. I tagged her on WhatsApp and celebrated her. I celebrate most of my clients on their birthdays and everything. Then sometimes there are some clients that you're so um, you build a good relationship with, and they don't, you don't need to do a job before they even give you a pay. Like they gift you cash. I have clients that gives me cash a lot. Yes. I have built a relationship with them that I can even just call them. Most of them are business owners. So sometimes I just call them. I have a client, she runs about 3 businesses in Canada. She runs about 3 businesses. I call her sometimes and I just tell her that I call her my manufacturer. I said, I need advice. I'm having this challenge in my business. What do you think? She will start pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring. That's how it is. You can build. This thing I'm telling you is, I'm using it to build loyalty because when, when you are this close to your clients, you notice they can't consider somebody else for the job that you do. They can't. So that's a way to do that. Yeah. Then an exercise is to identify one way you can add extra value for an existing client. Just think about all your clients and what extra value can you add to your existing clients. Let's move on to how to structure retainer agreements. How to structure retainer agreements. First, you may say, what's the retainer agreement? A retainer is an ongoing contract where a client pays you a set fee regularly. A set fee regularly. You remember, it could be monthly, it could be quarterly, annually, whatever, but it's regular payment for a specific or a defined scope of work. One of the benefits is that it's predictable income, deeper client relationship because you get to work with one person over and over. Then priority for repeat work over ad hoc projects, right? So I would, where we proceed, I will just show you how to do this. Do, you can create an agreement with ChatGPT stress-free, right? So there are different types of retainers. Hourly retainer, where the client pays you for a set of number of hours each month. The client can say, okay, I need you to work 16 hours for me this month. And throughout the month, the client can use up their 16 hours. They can give you task or hold you down for those hours. It could be 2 hours per day or however. But that's how it is. It is this hourly retainer is best for clients with varied needs that require flexibility. A client knows what he wants to do, but he may not know when he would need it. So he will just pay you down. Say, okay, I would need so I will need you for like a couple of hours this month. Just do this for me. And whenever they need it, they just call you, okay, I need this get done. Right. So that's how it is. Then there is service-based retainer, which covers specific deliverables of services such as social media management, monthly blog posts. I had some clients who I used to do blog posts for at the time. They pay me for blog posts and I give them one blog per week, one blog post per week of about 1,000 words. So that's how it works. Then this is best for clients with predictable and recurring needs. They know that they want this every single time. They know when they want it, so it's predictable. Then there is also access retainer. Oh, yeah. So these are the three retainer agreements. Access retainer is where the client pays for access to your expertise, such as consultation or services without specific deliverables. An example is the coaching. Remember the coaching we set up on the Paystack? Yes, that's an example of access retainer. You can get that done. It is best for high-level professionals, offering strategic guidance. Yeah. So the steps to structure an effective retainer agreement. Yeah. Define the scope of work. You define the scope of work. Know what is required. Know what needs to be done. Clearly outline what services are included and what isn't. So an example is you could say this retainer includes up to 4 social media graphics per month, but does not cover video editing. That's one. So people like that, I'm just giving you a tip. An example is this retainer includes up to 4 social media graphics designs per month, but does not cover video editing. So that's an example of defining your scope. Step 2, set expectations. Define your timelines, communicate the channels, define your timelines, your communication channels, and response time. If you notice, there are some, like an example is if you're using a chatbot, you see that when you click on it, it tell you this person replies in approximately 10 minutes. So something like that. So an example of setting expectations is turnaround for requests will be within 48 hours, Monday to Friday. Now you see that is the example. That's exactly what I said. Turnaround time, 48 hours. That means if you send me a message or anything, I'm supposed to deliver it in 48 hours. That's that. Step 3, determine your pricing. Calculate based on your hourly rate, the scope. Remember, we've talked about our hourly rate and how to calculate that. We talked about it in our previous modules. So, based on your hourly rate, the scope of the work, and the client budget. So that's how you get to determine your pricing. Offer tiered packages. We've also talked about this too. You could offer tiered packages for flexibility. Then step 4, establish the payment terms. Decide upfront whether it's you're going to pay upfront, you're going to pay monthly, or you're going to pay based on milestones. I have some gigs that I'm doing, like if I'm doing web or app gigs, you get to pay based on milestones. When we get to phase 1, you pay. Phase 2, you pay. Phase 3, you pay. But you also have to pay something before we start the project, for mobilization. So that's how it is. Define your payment terms. Then lastly, include termination clauses. Define the terms for ending the agreement and the notice periods. You have to define it. What could happen that would make this job not to be complete or for us to quit at some point? Example, either party can terminate the agreement within 30 days written notice. That's a very simple example. Right. So these are the 5 steps to structure an effective retainer agreement. Define the scope, set expectations, determine the pricing, establish payment terms, include clauses. These, you could use this method, or like everything I've said here works. But if you don't like stress and you say, let me make this thing work ASAP, like as fast as possible, as soon as possible, you could work with me to chat GPT and have a communication with it. Right. So you could tell ChatGPT that you're a service provider. You don't have to use my prompts. I just want to explain to you. So, so tell ChatGPT you're a service provider. You need uh, create a retainer agreement. Okay, let me just do this. You're a social media. Let me use that as an example so you can understand and does that for my client. Now, you remember everything I told you, everything we said about the defining the scope of work. So you could also add that. You could tell ChatGPT to define the scope of work, right? So step by step, define the scope of work, set expectations, determine pricing. One of the ways to use ChatGPT is to talk to ChatGPT as if you're talking to somebody. Be very explicit. Okay, so I said you're a social media manager. Let's do this with experience growing businesses on social media. Now, why I'm doing this is to give ChatGPT a context so that it can do this. So I said you're a social media manager with 5 years experience growing businesses online. Create a retainer agreement for my client. Yeah. Now it's you. So for your client, define the scope of work, set expectations, deadline, and include termination clauses. So let me just stop here. I wanted to add something, but let me just end it here. So ChatGPT will generate this. See, that's how it works. So with this, you are good to go. You see this. All you need to do is just copy this. You copy this and paste it on your Word document, and you're good to go. Format it properly. This social media management retainer agreement, the agreement is entered into date. So where you have things in square brackets, you just put in your details for customization. So you put the date between, you put your client name, then you see your name, your business name, that's a service provider. So it writes or goes through everything. Also gives you where you could sign governing law also. jurisdiction, Nigeria, and all that. So with this, you can actually get an agreement. One of the things you have to understand about using agreements and documents for your clients is it makes you look more professional. They get to appreciate that, or not like they, but most people, the ones that are professional, appreciate you for being professional with them. So as much as you can do that. So I think we can say that we have effectively established an effective or a structure to effective retainer agreements. Yes. So draft a retainer agreement for a service you currently provide. So said yes, you can use AI. I just showed you how to use ChatGPT to get that, so you can do that. Then reflection questions. Which of your current clients could you benefit or could benefit from a retainer agreement? Which of your current clients could benefit from a retainer agreement? Find out and do that. Second, what additional value can you offer to encourage a long-term commitment? What additional value can you offer to your clients to earn or to encourage long-term commitment? Yeah, so money moves. I wrote this as money moves. Still some questions that you can ask or something you need to do right now. So list three clients who might be ideal candidates for a retainer agreement. List them. Second, create a draft for a retainer package, including the scope, pricing, and terms. Then reach out to one existing client with a proposal for a retainer-based relationship. So do this. Trust me. I call it money moves. So do this, and you'll notice you're ready to increase your income by retaining the client. So retain your clients, it will help you. If you retain your clients, it will really, really help you. I can assure you that. So in this module, we've looked at how to retain clients, and we've seen that it's more effective and rewarding than constantly acquiring new ones. We also see we also saw that restructuring retainer agreements ensure stability, clarity, and mutual benefits. We also looked at the success of long-term relationship, that it lies in consistent quality, proactive communication, and delivering value. So let's move on to our next module. Next module is marketing yourself effectively. Marketing yourself effectively. And in this module, we'll kick off with leveraging social media and online platforms. In today's digital first world, social media and online platforms are invaluable, right, for building your brand, attracting clients, and growing your business. However, success depends on choosing the right platform for your niche and creating content that resonates with your audience. You need the right platform and you need to create audience content that would attract the right audience. So choosing the right platform. Choosing the right platform. Not all social media platforms are created equal, right? And the platform you choose determines who sees your content and how effectively you reach your target audience. There are different platforms and they have different features, different tools. They are best for different people too. So I will just give us a quick rundown of that. The top platforms that I used. Instagram is best for visual industries like design, fashion, photography, and art. Also entertainment. Then features to leverage on Instagram, you could use stories, reels, and carousels. The audience for Instagram is the millennials, Gen Z, and anybody that is visually driven. So Instagram is good if you need to be visual. Instagram deals with high quality content and all. So LinkedIn LinkedIn is best for professionals for B2B services and thought leadership. So the features you have to leverage on LinkedIn: articles, your networks, and professional groups. Then audience is basically business owners, executives, and recruiters, and also people who are looking for jobs. Next, YouTube. YouTube is best for video-driven content like tutorials, reviews, or vlogs. If you want a long form content, something that will take 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I recently saw, no, not recent, I think last year, I was looking at the course on app development and I saw a course for 37 hours. I'm like, how would I spend 37 hours? So, but sincerely, that's actually what it is. The one I saw recently was about 59 hours. 59. I'm like, for what? For what? The person that did this thing, what was wrong with you? I can tell you, I did not go through that content, but I'm very sure that there's nobody that will go through that content from beginning to the end and will not know that thing from start to finish. Because I'm not sure somebody will use this 60 hours to be playing around and be joking and doing nonsense. Right, so that's for YouTube. YouTube features long form videos and live streaming. The audience is basically almost everybody. YouTube has a very wide range. YouTube before now, I don't know. I can't remember. I think it was 2 years ago when I was looking at the YouTube statistics. YouTube covered almost a billion watch hours per month or so. But, but now we should have gotten up to three. Yeah, is it billion or million? I can't remember. But YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world after Google. So it tells you a lot about YouTube. The audience, diverse age groups seeking educational or entertaining content. So then moving on to TikTok. TikTok is best for short, engaging, and creative video content. The features to leverage are trends, challenges, and viral potential. TikTok is quick to go viral. So I don't know, a lot of people are there on TikTok. So the audience is primarily Gen Z and younger millennials. Then for X, X is real-time updates, trends, and discussion, thought leadership and industry insights, networking with professionals and influencers. The features you can leverage are niche audiences, trends, and viral potential. Yeah. So X also has this audio chat. What's the name again? I used to do that a lot back in the day. Well, you could just play around it, around these platforms, and you get to see that. Let me see. I'm looking for something. Yes, I just remembered. Space. Before now, it used to be called Twitter Space, but now I think it's the X Space. Yeah. Then it's one of the tools you could leverage. One of the tools you could leverage. The potential is predominantly professionals and thought leaders, although there are a lot of people who just come there for fun and everything. Then Pinterest. Pinterest is best for inspiration these industries like DIY, home decor, lifestyle. It features visual paints and boards for evergreen content. That's one thing about Pinterest. If you're looking for ideas, creative ideas about whatever you do, you could find some on Pinterest. Predominantly women, planners, and visual learners. I did not outline Facebook, but I think most of us here already know what Facebook is about and how Facebook works. On Facebook, you use Reels, posts. Facebook, one of the things about Facebook is contact. Your network is one of the things you can leverage on Facebook. Right. So crafting content that attracts the right audience. Crafting content that attract the right audience. The first thing you need to work on is your content strategy. Your content strategy, ask yourself some questions. What challenges are they facing? What type of content do they find engaging? You need to ask yourself these questions because you want to understand your audience needs. If you know what somebody is looking for, then you can always satisfy them, or you can try to satisfy them. Right? So know what they need. Then you also need to define your goals. Why do you want to create the content? Do you want to build awareness? Do you want to generate leads, or do you want to drive sales? So define that. That's part of your content strategy. Define that. Secondly, the type of content that attract audience. There are three basic types of content on social media. Number one is the engaging or educational content, rather. Let me start with educational. Educational content is an example is you have tutorials, how to industry tips. Your goal with educational content is to establish yourself as an expert. If you educate people, that means you know more than them or you know something. So educational content is to help you establish yourself as an expert or as a thought leader. And the next type of content is inspirational. Inspirational content includes success stories, behind the scenes, or motivational posts. What this does is to build emotional connection and loyalty. To build emotional connection and loyalty. Number three, entertaining content. It is relatable, it challenges your audience, and sometimes it's humorous. It could be humorous takes on industry trends or anything. Just an example is releasing We Don't Judge. You could do this relationship We Don't Judge challenge on anything. If you're a business owner, you could do a relationship We Don't Judge challenge, right? Okay, let me just think of one. Being a creative, relationship We Don't Judge. I've collected a job from a client that I did not know how to do, right? So that's just a trend. I'm just saying that you could create such kind of content, but just work around your content. If you want to do educational, inspirational, or entertaining, you could mix them up. You could mix them up. Entertaining content helps you get engagement. So if you're trying to drag traffic to your site or to your pages a lot, you could do a lot of entertaining content, but also put out educational and inspirational so that, except you're a full-time comedian, then craft compelling content. How do you craft compelling content? Number one, write captivating headlines. There are different strategies for writing captivating headlines. I wrote about this in one of my books when I wrote about WhatsApp marketing. But I'll just share one, use action words to address the pain points. Example, 5 ways to double your freelance income. Right? So you could use another one is to use who, when, what, why, and where you know the 5 W's and H. So you could use stuff like that. Just there are different ways to write captivating headlines. I could just look for that content and share that maybe some other time. Then next is to use high value visuals or high quality visuals. Invest in professional photos. Take good photos. If you're a business owner, take good photos of your business. Don't take shabby pictures. If not, professionals may not appreciate you. Then you could use tools like Canva to polish your designs. If you don't know how to do the graphic design, don't worry yourself. Just go to Canva. If you use Canva Pro, you can get amazing designs. All you have to do is just edit it to suit your brand, your color, and your images. Even on Canva, you can get quality images. So next, use clear call to actions. This is how to captivate um, or craft compelling content. Use clear call to actions. Encourage followers to share, engage, contact you. Example, send us a DM to learn more or what there's something I need. The post for this training, in the caption I wrote, to reply with heavily, then you receive an automated message. So just anyhow, just try that and you can do a lot. Write captivating headlines, use high quality visuals, videos, images, then include clear call to action. And timing and consistency is key if you want to grow your audience. Post consistently to build your momentum. Different platforms have different needs, and use analytic tools to identify the best times to post. You could find your analytics on Facebook Insights or YouTube has analytics. Instagram also has Instagram Insights. Just use that, or you could use other tools like Buffer and the rest to get that done. Then engage with your audience. That's another tip. If you don't engage, it's bad for business. So engage, engage. Respond to DMs, respond to comments, re- reply their messages. When you see their posts too that relates to what you do, also comment. Ask open-ended questions. This is one of the things I don't like with people. A lot of people ask closed-ended questions. If somebody replies, you just send yes, no. No. Whenever you're replying somebody, ask a question that the person will need to respond to. So if you do that, you keep the loop open and more people get to see your post. Why? Because once conversations are going on the post, the algorithm understands that okay, this is something people are talking about. So you need to work like that. Engage, engage, and engage. Then share user-generated content. If you look online, sometimes you see that UGC. When you share user-generated content, it helps you strengthen community bonds. If somebody talks about your business, do well to repost, do well to share, do well to use that content. It would really, really help you. Yeah. So then choose one. This some money moves you can make here. Choose one platform and create 1 week worth of content. Just take one. It could be Instagram. Create 1 week worth of content. How many times do you want to post? Five, two, three, four. Finish 1 week content. Then use analytics to measure your performance. You could just go to your page now on your Instagram. If you go to your Instagram, I can't share my screen, my Instagram here, or can I? Let me see if my Instagram is open. Okay. On my laptop, I'm not sure I can find my Instagram. Let me just check. But if you open your Instagram on your phone, you can find your dashboard. You find your dashboard. It's still loading on my end. Okay. On my Instagram, I'm currently on my laptop, so I can't share my phone screen. But if I do this, on your phone, you can access your tools, your professional dashboard. On your phone, you can access your professional dashboard, and I think I've seen this. I've seen my professional dashboard here. Let me see. All right, so you could check out your insights and everything. What to do, add, yeah, just from here you could see your content, how they are performing. But these ones are stories I shared. Right. So yeah. So accounts engaged. Just play around it. Maybe I'll do a video on how to analyze what metrics to look out for and stuff like that. So use analytics to measure your performance and define or refine your content strategy. Then engage with at least 10 users daily through comments, shares, or direct messages. Yeah, so do this, just try this for the next 1 month, and I can assure you that you up your social media game. Let's do it together. If you're ready, you can just put in the chat that let's do this. Let's do this. Next, intentional networking. Networking is not just about collecting business cards or email or phone number. It's not about small talk. Networking is about building valuable, genuine relationships that open doors to opportunities, collaborations, and high paying projects. Whether you're doing this online or offline, the connections you nurture can become key players in your business success. Right? So, intentionally network. Let's look at how to build connections. But first, let's understand that networking is important and is essential for business growth. The more connections mean more opportunities for collaboration, partnership, and leads. More connection means, or networking is also essential for learning. Networking helps you to stay ahead of trends and gain valuable insight from others in your field. Networking also, still in this area of learning, if you're with quality people, you get to see that the quality of information you have is like it improves. The better your network, the better the quality of information that you have. So networking is also essential for trust and credibility. Building a reputable or reputation within your network can lead to stronger client relationships and long-term opportunities. I know how many people that started as friends, they became clients. And then people that started as friends, they brought clients. So intentionally do that. Then how to build connections online. You could leverage LinkedIn. You could leverage LinkedIn. So if you don't have a LinkedIn account, do well to create one. Do well to create a LinkedIn account. Let me check out LinkedIn and see. Yes, so do well to create a LinkedIn account. Create a detailed professional profile that showcases your expertise. Create a profile that showcases your expertise, right? So do that. Here's my profile. If I click here, if you're on LinkedIn, do well to follow me, just Engee Titus. You get to see me and everything that I do. So LinkedIn is good for networking. It's the number one networking platform when it comes to for professionals. So let me put this aside. Then network. If you're looking for somebody, just come here where you have network. Then you search for the person, or you could just go through suggestions. You go through your suggestions and add them up. That's how it works. But on LinkedIn, connect with potential clients, collaborators, and industry leaders. You could look, you could search directly for people in specific offices. You could search directly for people in specific offices. Let's say Google. Let me see. One connection works here. So if you look at the top, people, products, jobs, companies, posts, groups. Let me see. People. These are people who have something to do with Google. Sustainability and environment like communications engineer, IT support, and geologist. Right, so you can see that from this particular person. And you can see that he stated that he works with Google. He's a guy. Oh, he's a Google guide. He's a local guide with Google. I remember when I used to do this actively. Wherever I go to, I help Google to better their maps. I recently got about 10,000 hits for one of the pictures I took at one event I went to many years ago, over 7 years now. So leverage LinkedIn. It would really, really help you search for who you want. Then just be strategic about your relationships. Engage with posts by commenting thoughtfully and sharing insights and reaching out through direct messages. We've already seen that. I would have shown us one, somebody I connected with recently, who is a very top guy, connected with him recently, and since then he has been amazing. I've been learning from him, and he has been open just because of the way I initiated the connection. So also participate in industry groups or forums, engage on Twitter and Instagram, attend virtual events and webinars. Each time you attend a virtual event, you notice you're not the only one there. So people that attend with you, you can also relate with them and build your connections. Then how to build connections offline, still similar, but everything you do online, just do it offline. Attend industry events, conferences, workshops, physical meetings, meetups, local networking groups. Leverage your personal connections too. So that's what you need to do to build valuable connections. Then how to get referral. Do well to ensure or encourage your clients to give you referral. Encourage them. Tell them to give you a referral. And most of them will if you've done noble. So encourage them to give you a referral. So how to encourage them? You could build trust and deliver your results. That's one of the best things you can do to encourage somebody. Because if you do something that the person likes, the person will, okay, yes, then I can refer you. So that's one. The next is to offer incentives for referral. Yes, you could tell them that if they refer somebody to you, they get a percentage of the person's money. So this is how affiliates do. This is how affiliates function. And I also do this for some of my clients, for some of my services too. If you bring in a client to a particular gig, I can give you 10% of the profits from it. So if I'm billing the client 100,000, I can give you 10,000 out of it. Yeah, so if you do that, you also help you motivate people to bring deals. Just like we say in Nigeria, I'm active, bring deals. So that's how it works. Then I've also talked about it. Create referral programs. Formalize your offerings, your referral offerings, by creating a simple program for incentives to send them leads or to send leads your way. So promote this program. Like if you say I'm giving out, or let's say in the month of January, for every client you refer to us, you get 20%. Make it popular, promote it, let everybody know that this is what you're doing this period. Then, how to get referrals. We also talked about it previously. Network. Tell your network what you do and ask them to give you referrals. Then, reciprocate. If you promote others to others will promote you. It's it's a win-win. Then, leverage testimonials and case studies. Leverage testimonials and case studies. So these three people you would like to connect with, online or offline, and outline how you will initiate contact. This is a simple exercise. Then the money move, reach out to at least three individuals in your network for a potential referral or collaboration. I did this last week. I did this last week. Then create a referral program and promote it to existing clients or contacts. Create a referral program. I think, okay, maybe we need to work on this. I'll do this one personally now. That's my own money move. Attend one local or virtual networking event. I do this one almost every week. I attended one yesterday. So, yeah, I have another one on Friday. So, that's how it is. Actively making money moves. The last module. Yes, we're almost coming to the end of our training. Coming to the end of our training. It's been a long one. It's been a long one. Been a long one. So the last module we were looking at is our action plan. Our action plan for 2025. This is kind of a long one, but I'll try to be brief. Setting achievable financial goals. Set clear, achievable financial goals because this is crucial. It's a crucial aspect of building a sustainable and profitable creative business. Your goals need to be clear uh, and achievable. I will give us about goals, learn the SMART model, but without goals, it's easy to lose focus and miss out on opportunities that could propel your success. Without goals, it is easy to also be distracted. If you don't have goals, anything can distract you because you don't know your target. So let's do a quick one. Creating a roadmap to hit your income targets. Before setting goals, I'd like you to understand your financial reality. Understand your financial reality. Ask yourself where you are. Assess your current income. But how much are you earning currently? How much are you spending currently? So, current income, your current expenses. Track how much you earn, whether it's monthly, annually, from your business. Track how much your business is paying you. Then break down your income sources to identify which services or products are the most profitable. Then you try to focus on the ones that are most profitable while you're working on the others. But the more profitable is where you should concentrate more so that you can have more returns. Understand the cost of running your business. We talked about this earlier when we were going through our other modules. We talked about the cost, how to calculate our cost. Understand the cost of running your business. Subscription, marketing, tools, software, fuel, data, everything that you pay or you buy or you spend to get a task done. Always outline that in your cost. Then include your personal living expenses to have a complete financial structure. Add your personal living expenses too, so that you get to know your financial reality. Number two, set smarter goals. I know you know the SMART goals, but let me tell you about smarter goals. The SMART framework ensures that your goals are clear and actionable. S is specific. S is specific. Define exactly what you want to achieve An example is I want to increase my income, my monthly income by 2000 from $2,000 to $5,000 in 6 months by offering new services and raising my rates. This is very specific. My target is 6 months. I want to increase from 2,000 to $5,000. That is very, very specific. M, measurable. Make sure that you can track the progress. How do I measure that goal I just created? I would know if I'm currently at 2,000, if I get to 5,000, I would know if my goal has been achieved or not. So we can measure it. There's a measure of 3,000 in between. Achievable. Your goal should be realistic. So consider your skills, consider your time, your current market demand. So you need to know the goal that I just set now is not like you want to increase your income from 2,000 to 5,000. You are currently you don't even end up to 500, right? So that is not really realistic. Then R is relevant. Ensure that your goal aligns with your long-term business vision. Don't set a goal that you just want to achieve something. No, it has to be aligned with your big picture. It has to be aligned with your ultimate vision. So if you say you want to be, your ultimate goal is to become financially free at a specific time, then that goal is ideal. Then T is time bound. T is time bound. You remember we said 2,000 to 5,000 in 6 months. So the time frame is 6 months. If you don't achieve that in 6 months, you know that you did not achieve it in 6 months. So you can work on it again. Yeah, then that's the normal SMART that we know. But I added the ER so that we could move further before we go beyond the SMART. The E is evaluate. Measure your progress. This helps you to know where you are when compared to where you ought to be so that you can know what next to do. So evaluate your processes, evaluate your goals. If you have a 6 month target, every month you should be evaluating your goal. Every month. Once you evaluate, there's something else. The R, the last R is re-strategize. Having known where you currently are, optimize your processes and take action again. Right? So this would really help you. So set smarter goals. Let's say you want to achieve 2,000 or $5,000 in a month from 2,000, and in the first month you did not move from you did not move far. You just instead of 2,500, you did like 2,200. So you need to analyze what happened. How come I only made an extra 100? Maybe I did not put out my offerings. Maybe I did not do this. I did not do that. So you need to analyze those things and re-strategize. Then the next step to create to hit our income targets is to break down our financial goals into milestones. Yes, I already talked about it in passing in our evaluation and re-strategizing, but large financial goals should like it can seem daunting, sincerely. Large financial goals sometimes it can be terrifying, but when you break them down into smaller achievable milestones, it will help you maintain motivation so that you don't lose motivation midway, and to make the process more or feel more attainable. An example is based on the goal that we shared from 2,000 to $5,000 in 6 months. Month one, increase the income by $500 through new service offerings. Right? So that's an example. If you break it down into milestones, then month two, launch a new digital product. Month three, raise rates by 10%. These are just examples, right? But sit down, calculate, ask yourself what you want to achieve and properly outline them. So having broken down your goals into milestones, then prioritize your goals. Not all financial goals will have the same level of urgency. That's the truth. So rank them based on importance and timing. If you use the I can't remember his name now. He's not Eisenhower, but there's a matrix. There's a matrix that is used for goal setting, the quadrant. Yeah, which helps you to outline things that are important or urgent. Yeah. Oh, I was even correct. It's the Eisenhower matrix. Yes, the Eisenhower matrix. So I would show us an example. Let me take a picture of it so that we can use it. This would help you to arrange your goals in order of importance and urgency. Importance and urgency. If you do that, it would help you so that it will help you with your priorities. That's the target. The target is to prioritize effectively. Oh, this isn't fire. Just give me a minute. Let me look for one for you. But this one is for time management, but mostly time management. But you could still use the same thing for your goals. So just let me move on from there. Prioritize your goals according to urgency and timing. Focus on goals that will give you the fastest returns, like raising rates or upselling to existing clients. So focus on such goals. Then you can also look at mid and long-term goals. Work on diversifying your income streams and scaling up your business over time. We've already talked about scaling, so you know that. Then tools and systems to track progress and stay motivated. Tools and systems to track progress and stay motivated. You could use spreadsheets. This is now using financial tracking tools, spreadsheets, accounting software, or personal finance app. I personally use Google Sheets for tracking my uh, income and expenses for myself and for my business. So you could use that. If you want a template, do well to leave a message. Then I will send you my personal template. Send you my personal template so you can work around it. Just duplicate it and go through it. Then let's move on. Let's move on. Set up a goal tracking system. Set up a goal tracking system. You could use, I showed you Trello. You could use Trello. You could also use other ones like Google Calendar, any other thing that would work for you, but set up a system to track it. If you use, okay, you could also use Todoist, Todoist on your phone. That would also help you track your goals. And try to also use a lot of set it up with alarms and everything, with timelines and reminders rather. Then automate income tracking. Automate income tracking. Make your life easier by setting up systems. I already showed you how to use payment system on Paystack. If you use Paystack, PayPal, anything, any of these platforms, you will have automated reports. So at the end of the month, you can just print out the report and do that. Just the way you receive your bank statement at the end of every month. So it can help you automate your reports. There are other softwares like Zoho, HubSpot. This will help you report your sales and your income generated per time. So you can see where your money is coming from and what strategies you need to adjust accordingly. So stay motivated and accountable. Celebrate your milestones. Do well to celebrate your milestones. When you get something, you achieve something, celebrate yourself, but don't get carried away by your celebration, right? And for accountability, you need accountability partners. I created an accountability group this year that I'm working with. I have 8 people in my accountability group. We're checking in with each other to ensure that everybody is up and doing on what they said they will do. It's been fun so far, and we've been doing great. This video you see here is part of one of the things I told myself that I have to be accountable to. So I'm putting this out intentionally for you. So money moves, set your smart income goal for the next 6 months. Tell yourself how much you want to earn in the next 6 months. Using the SMART framework, break it down into monthly and weekly milestones. Choose 2 tracking tools to implement and begin monitoring your progress. Now, in breaking down your goals into milestones, one of the things I want you to do is build a habit around it. Build a habit around it. Don't just look at it as a goal, but build it. If you build a habit, it will be easy to maintain it. Build a habit around it. If your goal is to you want to look good, like let's say you want to develop bicep and every tricep, you need to build a habit of working out first. You don't just wake up and say one day you just have muscles, or no, it doesn't work like that. And in building your habit, you can start off with compounding your habits or habit stacking. Let's say before each bath, you must work out. So if you bathe 10 times a day, you must work out 10 times a day. It's hard, but yes, it's a habit because you get used to it. So when you want to go to the gym, you're not thinking about the gym as stress or that. You could work out in the house. That's how it is. Anyhow, but just be intentional about your goals. Moving on. Execution and accountability. I've already talked about this, but this is where we will end. Execution and accountability. Setting ambitious financial goals is only the first step towards success. The real challenge lies in executing these goals. A lot of us say things, we don't get it done. A lot of us write things, we still don't get it done. So, executing this consistently and staying accountable to yourself and to others. So, break down your big goals into actionable steps. I talked about it earlier. As I said, we've already done this, but I'll just wrap up with this. Small, consistent actions. Start with your end goal in mind. Start with your end goal in mind. Look at the big picture. What is that thing that you want to achieve? What is that thing that you want to achieve? That should be what you have in mind every single time. Then break it down into milestones. We've already talked about how to do that. Then reverse engineer your plan. I know you may be wondering what reverse engineering your plan means. What this means is it's just as simple as what we have said. Reverse engineering your plan is just to create a step-by-step breakdown of what you have said. So let's say if you want to increase your income by 10% in 2 months, it will look something like: number one, identify the new clients you need to target. Number two, increase your rates for one specific service. Number three, upsell existing clients on additional services. Number four, improve marketing efforts on social media. You remember what we did on Trello? So you could do this. You write this down as your heading, then you put this down, add this to the task, each of them. Your ultimate goal is to increase your 10%, your income by 10%. Then the reverse engineering, like a plan, is to write each milestone into actionable step, one after the other. Some steps will take 5, some will take 10. However, we'll break it down into the minutest step. Like each be very detailed so that you can know that you check this one off, you check this one off. Right. Then create a daily, weekly, and monthly action plan. The daily should be simple tasks, just simple things that move you forward. It could be as simple as writing a proposal, contracting a potential client, or contacting a potential client, or posting a social media update. It could be as simple as that for a daily task. The weekly task could be bigger, like completing a major portion of your new product or service, conducting client meetings, following up on leads, stuff like that. Then your monthly task could be larger initiatives like launching your marketing campaigns, reviewing your income progress, just these simple steps. Create small, consistent actions, reverse engineer them by breaking them into actionable plans or actionable steps, then create daily, weekly, and monthly action plans. Next, we'll be building, this is the final module or the final lesson for this whole training, making your skills pay heavily in 2025. So, building an accountability system. First, establish your accountability framework. Understand that the importance of accountability. It's a very powerful tool to help you stay committed to your goals. Without it, it's easy to lose motivation and fall off track. Having an accountability system gives you the structure to stay on course. Why accountability works? Knowing that someone is watching you or expecting progress reports from you, it forces you to go through or follow through your commitments. This increases the likelihood of completing tasks and achieving goals. I created an accountability group for myself because if I tell you what I want to do, I would not want you to ask me how far this thing is. I have not done it. So I usually go ahead and do it. I come and tell you, okay, I'm done. That's how it is. So I created an accountability system to help me because this year I must milk everything I know from my skills. That's what I want from you too. So establishing your accountability framework, you could do daily check-ins, weekly check-ins, whatever you want, however you have arranged that. So, but also have a daily check-in. You could use a daily journal if you like journaling rather. Let's see. If you like journaling, you could use a daily journal. You could use a daily journal. Yeah. So next is to use task management systems. We already talked about that using Trello, Asana, ClickUp, whatever you are comfortable with. Sheets, anything that works for you, just use that. Then external accountability systems still work. People that you could check in with and everything. Then setting up accountability meetings with your accountability partners. It could be bi-weekly, it could be weekly, it could be monthly, or however, but ensure that you meet regularly and frequently so that you can check in to ensure that your no goal is left unattended to. So it could be your accountability partner, it could be your mentor or your coach, it could also be your accountability group. You could have 4 or 5 people together, it could be two, however, but once you know that you meet this person at this particular time, it forces you to ensure that you've done what you're supposed to do before you meet that person. Lastly, track the results. Track your results and adjust your plan. One of the key aspects of accountability is measuring results. Track your progress against your goals and adjust your plan when necessary. Review your progress regularly. It will be monthly reviews, like I said, whatever works for you, but review. Then, in evaluation, you need to ask yourself some questions. If you find out that you're not progressing as expected, take a step back and ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself if you need to adjust your daily task to make your goals more specific. And also find out if there are any areas where you consistently fail or fall short, and why that. Don't forget to celebrate your wins. Even the small victories matter. Don't forget to celebrate your wins. Yes. So, final exercise, break down one of your major financial goals into small actionable steps for the next 30 days. And set up an accountability system with either a peer, a mentor, or a self tracking tool. And schedule your first check in meeting. Could be with yourself or an accountability partner to review your progress. Thank you for staying through with us throughout this course. In course of this training, we've looked at a whole lot. We've looked at a whole lot, and I know you have actually gained a lot. You've gained a lot, and do well to share, comment, share this video so that everyone who needs what we just talked about, everyone who needs to make their skill pay heavily can be reached. Do well to also like so that this can also get to more people who would be interested in this. Thank you for your time. I'm Engee Titus, a business consultant, web designer, and digital marketer. I love to see people become more productive with what they already know and do. And I will see you around. I will try as much as possible to be doing this frequently to add more value to you and ensure that we are growing together in 2025. See you in our next video.